comparison? Shut up, fat boy! Hey, don't call me fat, you fucking Jew!
Eric, did you just say the F word?
Jew? No, he's talking about fuck. You can't say fuck in school, you fucking fat ass.
Kyle!
Why the fuck not?
Eric!
Dude, you just said fuck again.
Stanley!
Who?
Kenny!
What's the big deal? It doesn't hurt anybody. Fuck, fuckity, fuck, fuck, fuck.
How would you like to go see the school?
All right, everybody. Welcome back to the YS channel. So today we got something special for all you South Park lovers and ass-ramming uncle fuckers. And we're just simply just gonna dive into the world, the zany and how would you say immature world of South Park. And particularly, or in particular, the South Park movie, South Park Bigger, Longer, Uncut, which was released in June of 1999. So for anyone who's pretty much unfamiliar with this was pretty much released at the peak of the popularity of the South Park show. You know, again, late 1990s, early 2000s is when the show peaked. And, you know, by using the movie format, you know, they're Trey, you know, Matt and Trey, you know, the guys who created South Park, were able to get around all the crazy ass, you know, censorship issues you would find on network TV. And they created South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut, full of scathing social commentary, musical numbers that are extremely offensive, but fucking hilarious. And at the end of the day, it's going to leave you blaming Canada for all your problems.
Yes, to fully appreciate the comedic genius of South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut, we have the stage for the cultural context. The late 1990s were a tremendous time in American society, starting with debates on censorship, freedom of speech, and political correctness. The film delves into these themes, surrounding the buzz obsession of a watching movie featuring their favorite Canadian rappers, Terrence and Phillip. The film cleverly encapsulates the absurdity of how films and media are policed, effectively holding a mirror up to society's ridiculousness. The satire here is racially sharp, by depicting politicians and parents alike calling for censorship with complete disregard for individual freedoms. The South Park movie hilariously critiques how average culture can spread out of control. The relentless march of the moral crusaders who seek to shield children from perceived moral decay is both uproarious and thought-provoking. Isn't it so funny how we often underestimate children's ability to discern right from wrong? The film plays this premise for laughs, ultimately showing that innocence can be particularly funny when confronted with adult themes.
Yeah. Well, the key takeaway is blame Canada, and Kyle's mom's a big fat fucking bitch. And then you're all a bunch of ass-ramming uncle fuckers. Those are the key takeaways from this movie. But in all seriousness, I mean, you said it perfectly there. Yeah, this movie does touch on the social issues prevalent at the time it came out, especially when it comes to censorship. And funny enough, you know, we live in a day and age of cancel culture. You know, it's become a thing, right? Ever since Trump ran for president during his first term, the term cancel culture has been a big thing, right? When you get these morally, how would you say, you call them morally corrupt people who go on these crusades to like enforce what they think is right. And if you don't fall in line with that, you know, they'll cancel you and ostracize you. So in a lot of ways, the themes and commentaries that this movie was parodying back in 1999, you know, the shit still repeats itself in the year 2025. Yeah, I mean, Trey Parker and Matt Stone really hit the nail on the head of a lot of it, which they often do. But now let's talk about some of the humor that's found in this movie. Obviously, if you're a fan of South Park, one of the things that help, how would you say, jettison it to like the upper echelon of like pop culture relevance was its raunchy humor, foul language, sexual references, crude jokes, visual gags, you name it. Show has it all, and obviously the movie turns it up a fucking several notches. This movie maximizes the R rating. It definitely earned it. I mean, if it was this close to getting like an X or NC-17 rating because of all the language and content, and they toned it out just enough to keep it at the R rating to make it more profitable. But I mean, this movie expertly like juxtaposes juvenile humor with classical musical elements. Because I think there's a lot of thing like what a lot of people kind of don't pick up on is the South Park bigger and longer and uncut movie is a musical, which does break from the format of the show to an extent. But it truly, really is just a musical, and it's a musical of all the South Park elements. I mean, you have like the opening song when they go see the Asses of Fire movie with Terrence and Phillip. God, shut your fucking face, Uncle Fucker. Your ass ramming, ass sucking Uncle Fucker. He fucked your uncle yesterday. The Blame Canada song, which earned an Oscar nomination. And it was fucking hilarious. You even have Satan bursting out of the fucking song. You're like, up there's the land where the babies burp and the flowers bloom. And then there's several other musical numbers, but you get the point. It's all absurd and it's hilarious all at the same time. I mean, it's all fucking insanely inappropriate, which makes it that much more better and unforgettable. I mean, the movie, just like the show, focused primarily on the characters of Cartman, Stan, Kyle, and Kenny. And the movie also maintains the, how would you say, like the stop motion paper cutout animation style, even though it's all computer animated, but they use those graphics and textures to maintain the feel of the original like shorts they made way back in the early 90s. And then they keep it like cheaply like make it look like it's cheaply animated. But there's a lot of time and money to make it look that cheap. I mean, one of the funniest fucking scenes in the movie is, when Cartman breaks out the song, calling Kyle's mom a big fat bitch. Kyle's mom's a dirty bitch. Da, 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 da. And then he breaks out into all these different little racial caricatures. And at the end, he's like, Kyle's mom is a big fat fucking bitch. Kyle's mom, big fat fucking bitch. Yeah. And then she's right behind him the whole time. And then that leads to him becoming like the guinea pig for like a little chip they implanted in you that zaps you every time you say naughty words, which again falls in line with the commentary about censorship and the links that people will go to ostracize and cancel people and all that crazy shit. But I would say one of the funniest elements of this movie, besides the musical numbers, is the dynamic between Satan and Saddam Hussein. So in this movie, right, Satan and Saddam Hussein are homosexual lovers in hell. Oh god, I can't even talk about some of the stuff they do while they're in hell because they'll get the video banned. But let's just say they make it no secret what they're up to or what they're up to down in hell. And he's like, especially the Saddam Hussein, who's like crudely animated on purpose. And he's like, don't worry, Satan, we should get busy. We should fuck. And then that's like a solution for all their problems. Oh, don't worry, Satan. How about you bend your big fat red ass over and we should fuck? I mean, that's pretty much the solutions to the whole things, and he's like, oh, Satan, who's your little cream puff? Yeah, and the whole relationship is turned like they use that dynamic to like for the climax of the movie, where Satan breaks free from the grip that Saddam Hussein has over him and kills him. And anyway, it's just funny because they play off on that in one of the later episodes after the movie came out, where Saddam Hussein returns to hell, and Satan's like, "I thought I killed you," and he's like, "Yeah, but Where else am I going to go? Detroit? Yeah. So that was fucking hilarious. And then there's one more scene that I thought was fucking funny as shit. Definitely offensive. But like, there's a scene where like they're talking about their invasion of Canada, and like they kill Bill Gates, but then they call it Operation Human Shield. The general guys, all right, like whatever battalion, all right, you're gonna be part of Operation this, and then Battalion B, and it happens to be like all the black people of South Park. All right, you're gonna be Operation Human Shield. Battalion A will be part of Operation Get Behind the Darkies. I didn't know the Shuck character's like, have you ever heard of the Emancipation Proclamation? Yeah, the Emancipation Proclamation. And the general's like, I don't listen to hip hop. Oh god. Oh, this fucking movie, dude, is hilarious. But I'll let you take it on from here.
All right, well, moving on, let's discuss the character dynamics that make the humor and South Park the movie resonate so deeply. The relationship between the boys, their parents, and their other memorable characters create a rich tapestry of comedy rooted in both childlike innocence and adult absurdity. The majority of these relationships then relate to the punchlines, making them even funnier. Take the death of Carbon's character, for instance. He's the embodiment of selfishness and manipulation, yet somehow his outrageous behavior draws sympathy. Watching the boys navigate their friendships through the backdrop of chaos demonstrates a brilliant characterization unlike any other animated feature. The fame of Terrence and Phillip escalates their misadventures into hilarious territories, pushing the boys to embrace their rebellious sides in a way most kids dream about. The relationships among the parents is equally hilarious. The overtop reaction from the adults to the movie in the movie serves as a comedic foil to the boys' mischief. The sort of lengths in which the parents go to protect their children leads to an array of bizarre situations that further amplify the film's humor by juxtaposing juvenile antics with the melodrama adult situations. It taps into a universal truth. Parents can often make a bigger deal out of things than they need to be, setting up the comedic payoff perfectly.
Yeah. There was one scene that, I meant to discuss earlier, but there's a scene after they see the Ashes of Fire movie and they're in school in Mr. Garrison's class.
Yeah.
And Mr. Garrison's like, like I forget the exact transaction or whatever, but and like, Cartman's like, he calls Kyle like a fucking Jew. And then Mr. Garrison's like, what the fuck did you say? And then Cartman's like, oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. And he grabs like a megaphone. You know, well, at first he's like, what did you say? And he's like, how would you like to suck my balls, Mr. Garrison? And then he's like, what? Oh, I'm sorry. And he grabs a megaphone and he says it even louder. He's like, how would you like to suck my balls, Mr. Garrison? Oh, God.
Oh God, that was actually one of the funnier scenes in the whole movie.
The payoff of that was brilliant. And that's one of the hallmarks. It's just the absurdity and found in all the situations from that. There's another scene where like they're all being counseled by Mr. Mackey, and he's like, "Okay, the worst word you can say is fuck. Fuck is the worst word you can say. Okay." And then breaks out into a whole fucking musical number. You're like, it's easy, okay?
And then all the kids go to see the Ashes of Fire movie
Yeah.
again.
You're like, you fucking shouldn't fucking say fuck no. Oh God. This movie, I'm amazed it doesn't get talked about more than it has been. Like it's fucking hilarious, dude. I mean, they pushed the envelope on so many things. Um, and there's like one more scene where like this is when like the what's that girl's name, Wendy Testaberger, and Stamps out a crush on her, and he's asking Chef for advice. He's like, Chef, how do I make a woman happy? Oh, that's easy, children. You just got to find the clitoris. And he's like, Chef, what's a clitoris? And then like during like like near the end of the movie, like an apparition of the clitoris talks to Stan and tells him what he needs to do. Oh God.
I know it's wrong.
Oh Jesus Christ. And then of course, I mean, it all ends. The showdown. Carbon finally maximizes the power of that chip embedded in his head, and he's just like zapped down to Satan, and that's when Satan steps in, kills him, and that ends the movie. This movie is just fucking hilarious, dude. Like, I mean, the only nitpicks I would have maybe is maybe there's too many musical numbers, but I mean, at the same time, they're all like executed pretty goddamn well.
My biggest nitpick of the movie is actually the animation. They made a joke about it at the beginning of the movie when they're saying they the animation's all crappy all that sort of thing about the movie they're about to see. Like they could have made the animation more smoother and better in the movie compared to the show. And to me, it serves as it's funny at times. At the same time, it serves as a distraction. Distraction. In fact, if they make another movie for South Park, you notice the animation quality of the show has gone up since 1999. Like
Yeah,
they could do that in a movie now. Now I would support it.
yeah, it is ironic because if you look at how it's animated today, I it's they improved it significantly. I mean, part of that's the improvements in the technology used to make the show. Because now they can make all that shit faster. Because the show is famously made like in a week. Now I don't know if they still do that with the current episodes, but back in its day, like they can make an episode within a week. So they're that's why it looks the way it does. So, you care to add any last little tidbits here?
Basically, South Park, the movie, manages to dance the delicate edge between hilarity and outrageousness while weaving social commentary that actually still rings true today. Its relevance is still current in conversations about censorship and social expectations and the challenges of growing up. Make it not only a hilarious romp for 1999, but one for years to come, and also is a good exploration of the human nature.
Yeah, well, there you have it, everybody. If you haven't already checked it out, check out the South Park Bigger, Longer Uncut movie. That's what it's called. And then also check out like all the other South Park specials they've had come out recently, like the Stone episode special,
Oh yeah.
the COVID specials. There's a couple others.
The one where Eric Cartman tries to go on Ozempic. That's actually a good one because South Park really investigates the American healthcare system in that special.
Oh yeah. So I mean, they haven't lost their touch when they want to be spot on with their commentary. They're still spot on. So go check out the show, check out the specials, check out this movie. It's all still hilarious and relevant today. And if you like our channel, you like this review, drop a like and subscribe. Until the next time, you ass Remy Knuckle Fuckers. Later.